everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these adorable crochet stars. So I'm going to be showing you two different styles of stars today. We have this cute little one right here that has a little more pointy tips on it. And then we have this other little one that I am referring to as the mini granny star. These cute little stars only take about 3 to 4 grams of yarn if you're using worsted weight yarn. If you're using something chunkier, that's okay. It just might take slightly more yarn, so just be aware of that. You can also use any yarn weight that you want. Just make sure that your hook size coordinates with your yarn weight and have fun with these. I'll be using mine for either a garland or some ornaments, or maybe adding a little handmade touch to my gift giving this year, so it doesn't really matter what size they are. In today's video, I am using these 3 colors. These are coastal cotton yarns, and this is in their worsted weight, and I've got the vanilla. This pink is called mallow, and it's just a really nice blush pink, and then I have this yellow, which is called amber. I'm also going to be using a size G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. This is my Clover Amour hook. I love this so much. You're also going to need a little pair of embroidery scissors. These are Kimberly's new scissors from Fat Quarter Shop. They're really cute and they come in that cute pink cover. And then you're also going to need just a yarn needle for weaving in your ends. I'm also going to need my glasses. These are from Peepers. No, I'm not sponsored, but Peepers, if you want to sponsor me, I would love it because I have a ton of these and they are my favorite readers. Okay, I will put a link for everything that I'm using in the description box below this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first ones we're going to be making are these cute little stars. They have little pointy tips on them and they're really fast and easy to make. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with this style right here. I think these are a little bit faster and easier to make. These are fairly beginner friendly, and I will teach you how to do a single crochet, half double crochet, and triple crochet, or treble, however you want to say it. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with a slip knot, and a slip knot is just making a loop like this, and then I just pull the tail through that loop and then just tighten it. And I tighten it on my finger usually first, then you can stick your hook in there and tighten it all the way. The next thing we're going to do is chain 4, and a chain is just yarn over. I hang on to my tail, and then you're just going to pull that through. That's 1 chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 4. You should have something looking like this. And now we're going to join into the first chain on our row. So I'm just going to stick my hook right into that first chain. I'm going to yarn over, and we're going to join with a slip stitch, which means we're just going to pull that yarn through both loops on our hook. And now we have this cute little circle to work with. You should have something looking like this, a little circle. We're going to work into the center area of this circle, so just keep that in mind. If you get in the wrong spot, don't worry about it. Just make sure all your stitches are in that same wrong spot and you'll still be okay. All right, so we're going to start off by chaining 3. So yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through twice, yarn over, pull through 3 times. And this is going to count as our first double crochet. We want 15 total double crochets in the center of this circle. So since this is our first one, we need 14 more. And a double crochet is a yarn over. We're going to go into the center of that circle, pull up a loop. So you have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2, and that's a double crochet. So that's 2, technically 2, so now we need 13 more. So yarn over, go into the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into that center, and as you get going, the center of your circle is going to become more and more obvious, so it's a little bit easier. I'm also working over my tail here. If this is confusing, just put your tail behind you and don't worry about it. But I like to weave that tail in as I go. So we're going to go into the center of our circle, and as you can see, my tail's just laying over my yarn like that, so it's just getting caught. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to keep doing that until we have a total of 15 posts in our circle, and it might start getting tight on you. If that happens, I just grab my circle and just scoot those stitches over so that I have room for more. So this first chain 3 counts as our first post, and then each little post after that is counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the posts are just these right here. You can see each time you do a double crochet, you make that post. So we have 15. So now we're going to join in the top of our chain, and you can either go in this top stitch or you can also go into the space between your chain. Whatever's easier for you to find, it doesn't really matter on these. I'm going to go ahead and go in this top stitch right here. That stitch is both of those posts. We're going to join with a slip stitch. So yarn over and just pull through all of the loops on your hook. So now we're in this position. We've got our circle. You can grab this tail and just tighten it a little bit, and then when you weave that tail in, it will also tighten up the center of the circle. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is chain 5. So again, yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should have something that looks, so now you should have something that looks like this. We've got our circle with our 15 posts, and then we've got a chain 5. This is our chain 5 right here. And as you can see, each stitch going down gets a little bit longer so that forms our triangle. So this first stitch right here is going to be a single crochet. Then we're going to do a half double crochet, a double crochet, and then a treble or triple crochet, however you like to say that. And that is what forms our triangle shape for our star points. And now we're going to be working back down this chain. So to do a single crochet, we're just going to go into that second chain from our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your single crochet. The next one we're going to do is a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to go into that next stitch, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, so you have 3, yarn over, pull through all 3. The next one is going to be a double crochet. So we're yarning over, we're going into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then this last one is a triple. So that's yarn over twice, and I just hang on to that yarn with my finger. We go into that last stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And as you can see, we have a nice little triangle shape right there, and it just looks just like that. Now we're going to join 3 stitches away from where we're coming out of. So we're coming out of this little stitch right here. So we're going to count 3 over, 1, 2, 3. We're going to place our hook in that stitch and join with a slip stitch. So we're just yarning over and pulling through all the loops on our hook to join. And now we have something that looks like this. We've got our center circle that we started, and then here's our first star tip with our single, half double, double, and triple. And we just need to do that 4 more times now. So again, chain 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we're going to work our way back down this chain with a single crochet in the second stitch from our hook. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. The next one is a half double, so yarn over and go into that stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. The next one is a double, so yarn over, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then the last one is a triple. So yarn over twice, go into the last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, you'll have 4, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's our second star point. And again, we're coming out of this stitch. We need to go 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to go into that third one, yarn over, join with a slip stitch. And now we have 2 star points. And we just need to repeat that for 3 more. So chain 5, single crochet in that first stitch, half double crochet in the second stitch, double crochet in the third stitch, and then triple crochet in the last stitch. And then again, we're coming out of this stitch, so 1, 2, 3, join with a slip stitch. And you can see we already have our little star points, so we just need to repeat that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet. Again, we're coming out of this stitch, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 stitches and join. And then we have one more to do. So chain 5, single crochet, half double, double, triple. And then for this last one, I just join at the base of my first star, which sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3 if I've gotten off count. It doesn't really matter. So just join at the base of that first star with a slip stitch. And here is your star. Now you can leave your tail here, cut it off, weave it in. I actually like to slip stitch to the top point of my star. That way my yarn is coming out from the top point, and that way I can use it as like an ornament or a gift. So I'm just going to go into the next stitch and just join with a slip stitch, and I just do that right up this edge. Just join with a slip stitch in each stitch on the way up until I get to the top like that. So now I'm at the top. Now I can yarn over, pull through that tail. I leave myself a generous tail just until I decide what I'm going to do. Now you're going to weave in this end, and when I weave in this end now, I go ahead and just make that center a little bit tighter. So my end is coming out this way. I'm just gonna keep going that way a little ways. And when you pull it, see, you can see that center tightens nicely. So I just use this tail to tighten up the center. And then you can just clip off that tail. And as you can see, that center pulls nice and tight. And then here's your little star. Now the last thing I'll recommend doing is blocking your finished star. So if you'll notice, this one's a little bit curly, the ends are curled up, and this one is nice and flat and really holding its shape. That's because this one is blocked and this one is not. And so you can really see a difference in that shape there. I do have a whole video on how to block your knit and crochet projects here on YouTube, but essentially I just pin this down to my ironing mat or a blocking board if you have one, and then I just run a little steam from my Laura Star steamer. If you have a regular steam iron, you can do that as well. You can also get it wet, pin it out, and then let it dry. I love the Laura Star because it's a dry steam, and I can just spritz it with a little bit of steam. It's already dry, and I can pull them off my board, and we have all of these perfect little stars. So that's just a little tip there to get your star looking really nice and finished. The next stars we're going to be making are these. I call these mini granny stars because they have the base of a granny square. I think these ones are my favorite to make. Let's go ahead and get started. So these mini granny stars are really cute. I love that they have the little holes in them. I think they look really cute dangling on your tree or on a present. So these are probably my favorite, but I did want to do the variety for garland because I think that's a little bit cuter to have a variety for that. So we're going to go ahead and start off the same way we did with our other one, and we are going to go ahead and just make a slip knot. So again, just make that loop and pull your tail through your loop and just tighten that loop up. And then you can place it on your hook and then just pull your tail to tighten it up. We are again going to chain 4, so yarn over, chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now one thing I will say is if you have chunkier yarn, you may need to chain a little bit more here at the beginning because we are going to be placing 5 double crochet clusters in the center of this. I like 4 because it makes that center nice and tight. However, if you have thicker yarn, you might not be able to fit all those stitches in. So if you are using another yarn, just be aware of that. So again, we're going to join to our first chain with a slip stitch. So just grab that first chain, yarn over, and pull through all of your loops. And now again, we're going to chain 3. So yarn over, chain 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be working in the center of our circle, and we're going to make 5 clusters of 3 double crochets all in the center of that circle. And this is going to count as our first double crochet. We're going to do 2 more to make a cluster of 3. So yarn over, go into the center of that circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do 1 more, so yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And this is going to be our first cluster of 3 double crochets. So that chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Now between these, to create a corner, we're going to be doing a chain 2. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2 chains. Now we're going to do another cluster of 3 double crochet, again still in the center of our circle. So yarn over, go into that circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1. We need 2 more. We want clusters of 3. So pull through 2, pull through 2. That's 2. Yarn over, go into the center and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there we have 3 double crochets. And you can see this little space created right here by our chain 2 is going to be one of our corner spaces. So we need another corner space. We're going to do a corner in between each of our clusters. So again, chain 2. So 1, 2. And if you need to grab these and just scoot your clusters over so you have room, please do that. We're going to do another cluster of 3 double crochets. And if you'll notice, I am crocheting over my tail, so it's weaving that in as I go. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2. We need 1 more to complete this cluster, and 3. So it should be looking something like this. If you feel like yours is too round or whatever, don't worry about right now. These corners will get more pronounced when we add our next round. All right, so again, we need another corner, so that's chain 2, and then another cluster of 3 double crochets. So yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. This is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, it's getting a little bit tight in here. So I just squeeze those over as much as I can so that I can fit another cluster in here. And I like it to be like that because I like my center nice and tight. If it's too tight, you may want to chain more, like I said at the beginning. So again, we're going to chain 2 to create our last corner there. We need one more cluster of 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. So you should have something that looks like this. So we have our first cluster, second cluster, third, fourth, and fifth. Now we need to create our last corner. So again, that's a chain 2. And now we're going to join in the top of this one. And I actually either join right here in this top stitch. You could even join in between here if you can't find that top stitch or if it's hard to get into. It doesn't really matter. You just need to join. So we're going to join with a slip stitch. So I just yarn over and pull through both loops on my hook. So essentially we've created a pentagon. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. And again, we can weave this end in to tighten up that center, but we'll do that at the end. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've just got our stitch here from our join, and I am now going to go into this next stitch right here. So we're coming out of this stitch, and the next one easiest for me to get in is the top of my second double crochet. So I'm going to join with a slip stitch right there. So yarn over and pull through, and that's just going to scoop my yarn over just slightly. Now we're going to create our first star tip. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to half double crochet in this first space. So yarn over, go into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Next, we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, go into that center, that corner space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we're going to create another corner space, so chain 2. And now we're going to work our way back down our star tip. So we're going to do a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Next, we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into that corner space, pull up a loop. And now we're going to chain 1, and that's our first star point. So as you can see, our stitches just got larger and then back smaller. So we chained 1, half double crochet, double, chain 2, and then worked our way back down, going opposite. So double, half double, chain 1. Now we're going to get this next stitch right here, and I just go into the one on top of my middle stitch from our cluster on the row before. So we're just going to stick our hook in right there, and we're going to join with a slip stitch. So yarn over and join. So it should be looking something like this. We've got our first little star tip. We're going to do a star tip in each of these corner spaces. And it's all going to be the same. So the first step is chain 1, half double crochet in that space, double crochet in the corner space, chain 2, and then work our way back down. So double crochet in the corner space, half double crochet, chain 1. And now we finished our second point. Again, we're going to join at the top of this second post in our next cluster. And so just join with a slip stitch. And now we're ready to make our next star point. So again, chain 1, half double crochet in that corner space, double crochet in the corner space, chain 2, and then we're going to work our way backwards. So double crochet, half double crochet, chain 1. All right, so we've got 3 of our little points. Again, join in this stitch with a slip stitch. Here's our next space, so we're going to again do the same thing. And we are back around, and now we're just going to join at the base right here with a slip stitch. So right there at the base of that first star tip with a slip stitch. And you can be done right here. You can fasten off your yarn right here, but again, I'm going to just slip stitch back to the top point just so that my yarn is coming out of the top of my ornament, and that just makes it easier, I think, to hang it on gifts and things like that. So we're just slip stitching to the top. I'm going to put one last one in that point. We're going to yarn over, clip our yarn. These ones don't curl up quite as bad, but this one has been blocked. This one hasn't, and it just doesn't, it has rounded star tips. These ones are just a little bit pointier. I think they just look a little bit nicer, but this one doesn't curl up quite as much as the other star, but I did just steam them all at the same time. Again, just weave in your ends, and when I weave in that end, I just pull that center tight. And here we have it, all of our fun crochet stars. As you can see, they're very easy and they're absolutely adorable. You can make them in any color that you want. You can turn them into a garland or hang them on your tree as ornaments, or like I said, add them to your gifts as a little handmade touch. And that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this fun tutorial. I'm trying to do some more easy crochet tutorials here. I love doing quick little projects like this, especially around the holidays. They don't take a lot of time or commitment. It's really easy to just sit down and make a few little stars in the evening. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the next video.